Now, children, today let's start with chapter number 2, that is life in the northern mountains. So, in this today, let's begin to the wonderful journey of snow-covered mountains, valleys. So, today, let's begin to the journey of tall snow-covered peaks, beautiful valleys, and sparkling rivers, the northern mountains. As you know that mountain is just not for their scenic beauty, but also they are homes to many plants and animals. So let's explore all the topics in this chapter. So let me tell you what all we will study in this chapter. We will study about the Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram. So these all are the states that lies in the northern mountains. So as you all know, life of the people in the mountains is affected most by the natural features and the climate of the place. How is the life affected? By the climate and the natural features. The Himalayas that are located in the northern part of the country. What does the word Himalaya means? That is a daub of snow because it is covered by snow throughout the year. These mountain ranges, from where do they run? They run from west to east and their upper slope remain covered with snow and ice. So the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh in the state of Himachal Pradesh and northern part of Uttarakhand lies in the western Himalaya. So if we talk about where does your northern mountains lie? Here lies your northern mountain. What are these? These are your northern mountains. From where do they run? West to east. Right? What we call Himalayas? They are known as, what we call them? They are known as a daub of snow. Now, our first state, that was Jammu and Kashmir. Where it is? It is in the north of India. As you know that it's a beautiful union territory which is snow-capped mountains. You will see stunning rivers, lakes and green valleys over here. Thousands of tourists come here all over the world, and the houseboats on the Dal Lake are the floating houses. You see the floating houses, right? These are the boats that floats, and what here many people lives. So what we call them? Here you found the floating houses for tourists, providing all comforts. Like home, all comforts will be given to you over here. Sikaras, what are these? These are the small boats that is used for boating as a floating shops. Farming, weaving and boot carving. What are these? These are the main occupation. Rice, wheat, rajma and saffron. They are commonly known, and the orchards produce what? Fruits like apples, cherries, apricots and walnuts. They can be seen over here. Some Kashmiris wear animals, skin, what that provide wool. Right? This is all about Jammu and Kashmir. I have told you about its beauty. Here we found Dal Lake, floating houseboat can be seen over here. Right? I have told you about the farming, weaving and wood carving. What are these? These are main occupation. Then I have told you about the crop like rice, wheat, rajma and saffron. These are grown over here. Right? Let's move to the Kashmiri wools, shawls and carpets are famous all over the world. Kashmiri shawls, these are very expensive. And when do we wear? In the warm. The people are skilled craftsmen creating many beautiful wooden and metal items. Salwar kameez along with loose warm gowns, which we call firans. Like we have a long gown and there you see a kangri. Kangri, cane, it is a cane basket which keep the people of Kashmir warm. And they drink a specialty which is known as khanwa, right? With dry foods to keep them warm. Roof is their special dance and they like to eat what they eat? Rice, rajma and meat. And they speak Kashmiri. The language spoken are Kashmiri, Dogri, Urdu and your Ladakhi. These are the languages that are spoken. They celebrate Eid and Shivratri, right? And Srinagar is the capital city in summer. And what let's talk about Jammu in winters. And Gulmarg and Pahalgam. They are the famous tourist spots while Amarnath Cave and Vaishno Devi are the popular pilgrimage sites, the centers that we see. Pahalgam, I have seen the recent news, many people died in that, right? So what it is? It is the tourist spot that we see in the Jammu and Kashmir. Next, that is Ladakh. Everyone knows about Ladakh. It is located in the extreme north of India. It was a part of Jammu and Kashmir state. Jammu and Kashmir is now divided into two union territories, Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh. So what Ladakh meaning land of high mountain passes. Here you will see the land mountain passes. Many people visit as a tourist spot also and who like to visit the high mountains. Right? It is a mountainous region of North India. Leh, the main city and the capital. Ladakh's capital is Leh. Right? It is nested within the Great Himalaya, Karakoram, Jastra, Ladakh ranges. It is also known for its remote mountain beauty. As you know that, here you will find monasteries and stupas over here and it is often referred as Little Tibet. What we call it? Little Tibet. Why? Due to its geographical proximity and a strong connection to Tibetan culture. Next is Himachal Pradesh. Right? It is located in the lap of Himalaya, shares much same terrain and climate. Like the climate of Jammu and Kashmir, same. They are similar to each other. The majority of the people are either farmers or shepherds. Here, what are the peoples? They are shepherds or farmers. What they cultivate? Wheat, rice, meat and potatoes. Maize and potatoes. While if we talk about fruits are grown here in orchards like apple, grapes, pears and peaches. Right? In addition to farming, people they have engaged in crafting wooden trays, walking sticks and some articles are also made. Women typically what they wear? Kurta, churidar salwar and headscarf. While men wear kurta, churidar pajamas, long coats and the woolen cap over here. Right? You can see that the caps are popular even outside the state. Dussehra is the most popular festival in the Kullu and Kangra Valley. And Nati, it is a folk dance that is performed here. And people in this state, what they speak? They speak Hindi and Pahari. And Simla serves as the capital. And we have some notable hill station here that is Kullu, Manali, Dalhousie and Kufu. Right? So its capital is Shimla. I have told you about the many tourist spots like Kullu, Manali and Kulfi. I have told you about people that engage in many other activities. You can give the name of that. That is your wooden craft toys, wooden sticks and your wooden trays. These are the some other activities that people do in Himachal Pradesh. And can you tell me the famous festival that is Dussehra? And then different languages also spoken here. That is your Hindi, Pahari is spoken here. Now Uttarakhand, a land of beautiful temples. Here we see that it is a pilgrimage center. There are many temples that are located in the Uttarakhand like Badrinath, Kedarnath. These all are located in the Uttarakhand. The Himalayan mountains in Uttarakhand are divided into two parts, Kumaon Hills and Garhwal Hills. Mussoorie, it lies in Garhwal and Nainital in Kumaon. These are the important hill station that we see. The reason attract devotees of Gangotri and whose source is Ganga, Yamunotri, whose source is Yamuna river. So from where do Ganga originate? From Gangotri. And from where do Yamuna originate? From Yamunotri. Badrinath and Kedarnath, what are these? These are famous pilgrimage center. If we talk about Hemkund Sahib, it is an important pilgrimage center of Sikh and Dehradun serves as the capital. Capital of Uttarakhand is Dehradun. People in this region, what they grow? Rice, maize and vegetable. They rear animals for milk, right? Meat and wool. Significant portion of the population in this region, what? They joins the Indian. Mostly people you will see that they are in the Indian Army. So I have told you about the capital of Uttarakhand. They are divided into two parts, Kumaon and Garhwal. And your Nainital lies in Kumaon and Mussoorie lies in Garhwal. So these points you have to remember, right? Then I have told you about the Badrinath, Kedarnath, the two pilgrimage center that is seen over here, right? Hemkund Sahib, it is also there. Next is Sikkim. What it is? It is the small state in the northeastern Himalayan range, highest peak of Indian Himalayan, that is Kanchenjunga. It is the highest peak And where does it lies? It lies in the Sikkim. Gangtok is the capital of Sikkim. It offers beautiful scenery and the people of Sikkim belongs to Lapcha and Bhutia tribes with Sambi, Nepal. And here you will see some Nepalese people also. And what they speak their own languages. What they do, they speak their own languages, and the mask dance is very popular in Sikkim, and there are many Buddhist monasteries. You will see many Buddhist monastery over here. Darjeeling is the famous hill station in West Bengal. Where it is located? It is located close to Sikkim. If we talk about Darjeeling tea, it's grow on the hill slopes of this region and it is famous worldwide, right? As you know that the tea is also very famous of, right? So here you will see that the capital of Sikkim is Gangtok. I have told you about the highest peak, that is Kanchenjunga. Then the crop grown and the tea plantation is very important over here. So these are some important things that you must know about this. Now let's study about the next topic, northern eastern state, northeastern states. What we call them, seven sister state, because there are 7 states included in it. So let's see about that is Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram, and your Tripura. These are the 7 sister states which lies where? Where lies? In the eastern part. This is our eastern part, you can see here. It lies in the eastern part. This is your eastern region. Here lies your 7 sister states and it is group of 7 states. Now first is Arunachal Pradesh. It's a easternmost state of India. Sun rises earliest in the whole country. Like we say, from where do our sun rises? From the east. So in the east, first is rises in the Arunachal Pradesh. It is called land of rising sun. What we call it? Land of rising sun. Many tribals live in this state. They speak their own language. They follow their own culture. Right? What they grow? Rice, maize, millets, tobacco and oilseed. If I talk about the capital, what is the capital of Arunachal Pradesh? That is Itanagar. You can also learn this capital by like this. I will give you a trick. Like Arun, throw what? Eat. It is known as Arunachal Pradesh is Itanagar. Now Meghalaya, Garo, Khasi, Jaintians. These are the main tribal groups living in the Meghalaya. The word Meghalaya is the home of clouds. And if we talk about it is in the, if you see Meghalaya in your map, it is like this only. It's resemble like clouds, right? And Masingram in Meghalaya gets highest rainfall in the world. Each tribe has its own colorful dresses, custom and languages. If we talk about rice, betel leaves and betel nuts are grown here. What is the capital of Meghalaya? That is Shillong. So, something that you must remember of this, its capital. Name the state with the highest rainfall, Masingram, that lies in the Meghalaya and it is in the form of cloud, you can see. Next is Mizoram. It lies in the eastern corner of India. Main population here you will see that they're tribals and what they follow, Christianity. Right? English and Mizo are the main language that is spoken over here. Bamboo dance of Mizoram is very popular. Here what people follow? They follow shifting cultivation to grow rice and oranges. Handloom cloth, bamboo, wood and cane articles are made in nearly every house. And what is the capital of Mizoram? As well. Right? So you must know its capital and the language spoken and the religion followed by the people over here and what they grow. So now our chapter has been completed. I have told you about the each and everything of northern mountains. From farming, from steep slopes to wearing warm clothes and celebrating colorful festival, people over here, they are very close to nature. Right? As truly, you all know that northern mountains are the gift of nature. Thank you for joining me in this journey of Northern Mountains. Now let's meet in the next class. That's all for today. Thank you.